Miss Adams, hi!
Hey, Chelsea, how's it going?
Really well. Guess what?
What?
I made captain of the cheer team.
Oh, awesome! Congratulations!
So excited. Like, it was totally unanimous, and, like, everyone voted for me, and so I'm really excited
That's
about
so cool. Wait, is that why you were leading the squad at the football game?
I was!
Oh,
I know!
nice.
I'm really excited. I get a special captain's jacket, and, like, I get to walk in front of the line with everyone, and I'm really excited. So
That's so cool.
I know. It feels really good to, like, accomplish that.
Yeah, I bet. And you did it on your junior year instead of senior. That's awesome.
I know. But, like, the seniors voted for me, too, and I think
Did
they really
they?
liked me. So it's
That's
not just,
good.
like, one-sided.
That's really good.
I know. I really want, like, a cohesive team.
Well, congratulations. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So what can I do for you today?
I'm just... So, like, everyone's been talking about college, and, you know, we just took the SATs. But honestly, that's all I know about the process. And I have no idea about anything else. It's like, I took the SATs because everyone else was taking them, and I guess that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
But, like, I don't know how to apply. I don't know what else I need to do. I don't know what classes I need to take. I don't even know what I want to do in college. I just know I need to go, and I've taken the SATs. And it's like...
Okay.
So I'm kind of confused on what to do next. And, like...
Right.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
Okay, so the SATs are kind of the beginning of this process.
Okay.
So, first step done. Have you gotten your scores back?
No, because like I didn't do the one before this session. I just did this last session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you get your scores back, that'll kind of give you an idea of, you know, where you're at in terms of what universities are looking for.
So what do your universities look for? Like, is there an average score? Does it depend on the university?
Yeah, so here's the thing is, some people put a lot of emphasis on the SAT, and some universities do too. They'll take that into a large consideration. But then there's other universities who will factor in, you know, your GPA as well as your extracurriculars, like being cheer captain, and things like that. So I wouldn't stress too much about the SAT, and it also depends on what kind of university you do decide that you want to go to. So have you looked into any colleges at all, or is this just kind of something that came up?
It's more something that came up. Like, I haven't really talked to my parents about it or anything like that. I kind of want to move away from the area. I'm just a little done with this area, you know, and I want to move away. And I don't want to really go into, you know, I've got decent grades, and so I don't really want to go into junior college. Like, even though I don't know what I want to do, I kind of don't want to, like, sidetrack myself by staying here and going to junior college. I really am looking to go to a 4-year and kind of put myself in that more academic setting.
Okay. Good.
So that's all I really know. I mean, money is definitely a factor. I think I'll qualify for some good financial aid, though. Because my parents don't really, you know, make too much. But I'm not really sure how to even do that.
Right. Okay. Well, I think the best thing for you is, again, I'm glad that you took your SATs. You're going to have to wait for your scores. And depending on the university that you want to go to, I don't want to worry you, but you might want to take them again just to improve your score. But that just all depends. You're not there yet. Don't worry. And then kind of look into, you know, what you're interested in. I know you're going to start hearing some really big name universities like, say, UC Davis or Cal State San Diego, like places like that. And they might sound really cool, but you might not like them just based on the culture. You know, it might be too big, or, you know, some universities might be too small. So these are all sorts of things that you could think about of, you know, you clearly seem to know that you want to go to college, right?
I do. I want to go to college.
Okay. So with knowing that, then you kind of have to think about, well, what type of school do I want to go to? Do I want a really big school? Do I want a school that's known for a specific major? And you said that you're not sure about that, right? And that's totally okay. For me, for example, I started out as undeclared. And what undeclared is that you don't have a major yet. You're just going to focus on your GEs, which is your general education.
Okay. And
that's totally okay. And as you're going through your general education, you get multiple classes, all in different subjects. Excuse me, Chelsea.
Okay.
And so then from there, you can kind of decide, you know, what you like. Like, you might end up having this English class that you absolutely loved and want to be an English major, or you can be taken in a different direction and really like science and go into science. So you don't necessarily have to worry about your major. What I would kind of focus on is, do you want to go away to school, or do you want to stay in the area?
I definitely want to go away. I just feel like I'm done with this area. You know, I mean, it's fine, but I don't want to get kind of stuck here with my parents and different things like that. I kind of want to go experience something new.
Yeah.
Here. This.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you know that you want to go away, then you kind of have to factor in how far.
Okay.
Because that could be a big deal. I mean, some people might think that they want to go all the way across the country, and there might be factors that could influence that of them not doing that.
I was thinking primarily for costs that I'd probably stay in, like, California, just because, like, in-state tuition and things like that. And so I was thinking California, and I mean, I have a car.
Okay.
I got a car.
Nice.
And so, yeah. So I think I'll be able to come home, like, occasionally, but I don't know.
Yeah.
How far away from home that'll be.
Okay. And so that's just kind of one thing to look at when you're searching for these universities of, you know, how far is it? I know that I want to be far enough away to where maybe
my mom can't drop in on me.
Sure. Or you can't just come home to do laundry kind of thing. Yeah, okay. So we know that. And then another thing to think about is what type of environment do you want to be in? Do you want to be in a small town or a big city?
You know, I don't even know. I like being really involved. Like, I'm involved with cheerleading. And so I kind of want a school where I can do that, too. Like, I want to be involved in student body. I want to be really involved. You know, if possible, cheerleading still, too. That would be nice. It's not a must. But I want to be really involved in, like, clubs and activities. And I want to be really involved and have enough going on. So I don't know if I'd get that more with a small school or a big school, or if it just kind of depends on each separate school.
Okay, yeah. In some ways it depends, but then there's other universities that really attract that environment. Like, you might want to look at the big football schools that, you know, have the big cheerleading teams.
Yeah.
And do go out and compete and stuff like that. Yeah.
I've looked at some of them, and, like, I know, like, San Diego State has this really cool scholarship where they pay for all your books if you're a cheerleader, which is really cool.
Oh, cool.
I know, right? I thought that was really cool. But I haven't really, like, I think it's kind of more like, if that happens, that would be nice, you know?
Right.
But I do want to be really involved, and, like, I like being not only social, but, like, active in clubs and activities.
Right. Okay.
And then, yeah. And so, I think that kind of helps me, like, through high school, it's kind of helped me focus on school, because, like, I know I need to get good grades to stay in my clubs and activities, and it's, like, that motivating factor for me. And so, like, I don't really know what tools I'll need to be successful in college, but I'm hoping that's, like, something. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that you already have some of the tools that you need to be successful. One, you got the motivation down.
Hey.
2, you've got the grades. And 3, you know what motivates you to get the grades, right?
Yeah.
So you want to kind of find a school that is big on those extracurriculars. And
sorry.
Do you need to get that?
I mean, it's my mom. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. So again, you just need to focus on, you know, a school that could possibly give that to you. You know, has that the extracurriculars, that focuses on, you know, the sports or the cheerleading, or just, you know, student body and clubs. There are some universities out there that really focus on clubs and say, we have the most clubs out of anybody. And so that could be part of your search requirement of how active is the student body.
How do I search for universities? Like, where do I even go? Google search, like, college? Or, you know?
Yeah, that's actually one way that you could do it.
Okay.
Another way is that we're actually having a workshop / college fair coming up soon.
Oh, awesome.
So I'm really glad that you came in. And you can come to this fair, and we're going to have a lot of local universities, and then we're going to have a lot of universities that aren't from this area that you might find interesting. And so you can come stop by and chat with their representatives, and they're going to give you a lot of information. They're going to give you all these fun things and pamphlets.
Okay.
And, you know, that can be exciting, and that can kind of rope you in from there. But as you're getting that stuff from them, you can kind of see, you know, what their school's like, what's their student population like, what are they known for?
Yeah, and like kind of get the feel for it.
Right. Like the university, my alma mater that I went to, is really known for the sciences. So that could be a deciding factor on whether or not you would go to that university. Do I want to major in science? You know, what do they focus on?
Yeah.
You know, what are they known for? Kind of thing. So that's one thing to look for as well.
Is there anything else other than the SATs and keeping my grades up that I need to be doing and like researching schools, but like in order to actually get into a school, I know applications. I mean, like do I even need to turn in applications or anything like that?
Yeah, so applications will will start coming up your senior year in the fall.
Okay, so I've got some time.
October is around the time that the UCs and CSUs start opening up for their application season. One thing that I would recommend you to do before we even get there is also take the ACT.
Okay. Yeah, I heard some people talking about that, but I don't really know. Is it just like kind of like the SAT?
It is. It's kind of like the SAT. The difference is that they test you in science as well. So you get the the math, the reading and writing, and science. And it's just kind of a more comprehensive test to see where you're at. And what's nice about it is that it gives universities an idea, like a different idea of who you are, because it is a different test. So it's going to show like other things.
Different things.
Yeah, exactly. And, say for example, you might not score that well on the SAT, but you could score really high on the ACT. And that's just a way to show.
It out.
Yeah, to kind of set you apart from everybody else and be like, but I did really well here. Mm-hmm. So, you can look at that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one test that I think would be good for you. And just to kind of show how well-rounded you are as well, of I'm motivated and I've done both of these things, and it helps give you more options, really. So I would focus on that. Once you get your SAT scores in, come see me, okay, and we can discuss them, and we can decide if you're good or if you might need to take it over again just to get that higher score. And I can promise you, if that does happen, then if you take it over again, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a higher score. Every time you take it over again, you always get a higher score.
Just like being used to it.
Yeah. Okay. And that's part of it. The SAT can be kind of daunting. You know what I mean by that? Yeah.
It's intimidating for sure.
Yeah. And so some people don't do well with it the first time. But again, we don't need to worry about that until we get there. And then come see me for that. And then we can kind of gauge, like, do you need to take this again or not? Okay. And then we can kind of start looking at universities that you might be interested in after the college fair. Okay. And see if there was anything that really stood out to you.
Go over them and go over the specifics. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And then I do have one more question for you. Have you thought about doing any internships or like a summer job or anything?
It's hard because I've got cheer camp and like I'm, now in this captain role, and so I really want to be able to dedicate myself to that. But I do kind of want to explore more career possibilities. I don't really know what I want to do after college, or even what I kind of want to focus on to focus myself in college. Do you have any suggestions for like internships or jobs or anything like that, or what I should be doing?
Well, it does kind of depend on what you're interested in. I mean, you really need to pursue an internship that would kind of give you that step up. But even then, if you just wanted to, do a part-time job and make some extra money to put gas in your new car, right? That could be something that you could do too. Because I was just thinking about how, you've gotten captain as the cheerleader, and it would actually look really good, not on just a college application, but also a resume, showing that you're a leader and that you're motivated.
How do I've never made a resume, like, so I don't really know what all goes on there. Like, what should I put on there, and like, how do I give it to people and all that kind of stuff? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, your resume is, will probably be like pretty basic. You just, you have your name and your address and all your information, and then you kind of list your qualifications, and it depends on the job that you're looking for. But a basic resume will kind of state your objective, and that is to get the job, right? Or to obtain a position in whatever field you're going for. Okay. And then you're going to list your qualifications, and that could be, having a 4.0, being cheerleading captain, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, so I can put all those.
Yeah, you can put all those.
Okay.
And then you'll have a space for references, and that's people who can basically support you and give you or give your employer an idea of who you are.
Okay.
So
for references, like who would I put? Like I don't even.
Okay, well, preferably someone who's not your family.
Okay, no.
So if there's a neighbor that you are close with, they're really good, or even your counselor, I would definitely give you a reference.
Would you give me a reference?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking like you and maybe my coach, and like I'm really close with my English teacher,
right,
Miss Barley. Yeah.
Those are all wonderful references, and it's important that you ask those people first.
Okay.
Before you just put them down.
How many would you think I should have?
3 is pretty standard.
3 is pretty standard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would work.
3. So.
Yeah. So. Okay, so I think in order to kind of, get you a little more focused and not so anxious about this is that we need to create like a little bit of a better plan.
No,
so, SATs are already off the list. You're good on that. I'd like you to look into taking the ACT.
Okay.
And we should have dates to host that soon, and I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
And then
college fair.
Yeah, I'd like you to attend the college fair.
Okay, I would too.
Yeah, okay, so and that'll be coming up next week, I believe.
Miss Adams, if I bring you my resume, will you be able to help me with it a little bit? Like, so can I make a rough draft?
Yeah, of course.
Talk to you about it. Yeah,
of course. So let's also do that too. Is at the college fair, I want you to kind of get a list of universities that piqued your interest, and then if you have time, kind of do a little rough draft of a resume. And if you're not sure where to start, then come in and we can start it together.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll show you
again.
Basic format. Yeah. So do you think you can check in with me next week after the college fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Gosh. Yeah, I'm so excited.
That's perfect.
Okay, thank you, Miss Adams.
Yeah, thanks, Chelsea.
Okay.
Bye.